They are called National Treasures and Masters. Most people have not had the opportunity to be exposed to a great teacher of a particular art or physical discipline. Fortunately, available for many of us not-so-great athletes who desire to study the art of the game of golf, there is such a national treasure and master. His name is Joe Norwood. In 1905, at the age of 13, Joe got a job at Wright and Ditson Sporting Goods store in Boston. His boss in the golfing department was the great Alex Finley, winner of the British Open in the 1880s with 3 golf clubs, scoring 72-72. Joe turned pro in 1910 with a job in New Hampshire. For the next 3 years, he was the manager and golf pro at the San Antonio Country Club in San Antonio, Texas. In 1921, Joe came west to Los Angeles and became the head golf pro at the Los Angeles Country Club for the next 25 years. In 1926, Joe founded and directed the first Los Angeles Open golf tournament. Joe is the last living charter member of the Southern California PGA. Joe is 96 years old and is still teaching 5 days a week all year long. He has taught PGA and LPGA pros, VIPs, low and high handicappers, and duffers. Today, the golf swing is still a mystery to a number of players. When you consider the amount of poor golf being played, there are players galore who go 25 years with a 25 handicap and never break 100. Joe has spent a lifetime studying anatomy to improve his knowledge of the golf swing to give to you. Joe says, "Bad golf is a gift, good golf is acquired." This videotape is to preserve Joe's unique teaching method forever. Joe's swing is horizontal back and vertical down.
And Alec Finley, my first teacher, was a British champion in the 80s. And he gave me one word of advice. He said, remember, there's only 2 ways of hitting a golf ball. One is inside out, and the other is outside in.
The prop, setup, body, and stance.
Okay, the first thing in the golf swing is you have 2 legs, and the right leg has to go down first with the right knee into the arch of the foot first. Then you take your left foot and put it at a 45. You cannot rotate when you're in that position. You have to go this way. That's the first move down.
The grip. The club rests on the palm joint, not the finger joint.
That's it. That's hand. I'll do it over again. Thumb first, facing the earth, knuckles up, wrist is down. That's your hand on the club for every club you use, and the hand never changes for any club. That's your left. Now your right is the same. Thumb, forefinger from elbow to here to here. Then it goes south, which I call hooded.
The left arm. Hogan's left arm. Very important. The left arm is the control factor that produces the line that the ball travels on.
Now you're ready, finger on the hand, then the thumb locks the finger.
Position 1 of the backswing. Position 1 is the backswing that ends when the high forearm reaches a horizontal position. Anything higher than parallel or horizontal is a lift.
Each one is 1, second one is 2, third one is 3, and then that the shoulder's on the earth. And then Parton Smith when I gave him that, he said he traveled across the country with Johnny Dawson to see me, and Johnny said, you won't get your swing back until you get to California. And when he got here, I said, what have they done to you? Well, they told me I had too much right. And I said, you don't have any right at all, Horton. So I gave him 5 minutes in golf, and he said, I haven't had that feeling in 3 years, Joe. And he says, I'm grateful. So he went out on my north course at L.A., and the caddy came to the 18th green. I said, what'd he do? He said, what did you do to him? I said, why? He said, he went out in 32. I said, what's he got this for? He said, this is a 36 for 68. He said, I haven't been in that position for a long while. I'm on the way. Then he won the first Masters in 34 for me, which is a record for me.
What starts the downswing? Start the downswing with a vertical move out of the right shoulder and elbow in the direction of the right heel, while the left arm remains still, extended, and holding. This is known as the Varden move.
Most all the pros that I've worked with, they always said, what starts the downswing, Joe? You ready? And the club goes back flat into there, and at the top of your down... No, you swing down with your right. You never pull down, and rotation is the worst thing that was ever given to a golf swing. Hope he's getting it. No pronation. Everything is still.
The short game. The short game starts where the long game ends, on the left side. The short game has 5 speeds.
The body is on your left side now with the weight. The right hip is in on your left foot, and the hands are the same as on all your shots. And you go back to there with the club head higher than your hands, and then your downward stroke is below your right knee for a...
The term Old Master applies to Joe in every phase of the golf swing, particularly when it comes to the putting stroke. Walter J. Travis gave Joe this putting stroke. The right hand is hooded, which squares the club face. The left arm is held still, and you putt with the right elbow, not with the hands.
J. Travis played a round of golf with me in 1913 at the White Mountains, where I used to teach in New Hampshire, and he said after the round, he said, you got a great golf swing, young fella, but you don't know the first thing about putting. Are you going to teach me? This year? So he gave me the stroke that I just taught there, and I did it and did it over and over again for hundreds of people. They love it. How to putt. The club never moves while you're putting. Now, when you address your golf ball, let's see how you address it. Now, come, stand up now. Now, address your foot. Now, leave your club alone now. Take your foot, stand. That's your stance. Right knee straight down, bent at the right. Left foot out at 45 at the end. And the left thigh into your right leg. That locks your right hip. And then your hip goes to your right shoulder, which goes back, your right shoulder back. Now you start your back, that's your feet. You like the feeling?
I love the feeling.
Okay, now you want your swing?